What's up, guys? It's Troublesome Junction here, and Nia and Rebecca, am I right? AKA Garbage. Nia and Rebecca kind of came into the Thomas and Friends franchise, and boy oh boy, was it a controversial change to say the least. For the fact that the writers had the audacity, the absolute nutsack, to get rid of two of the three characters who started the franchise, yeah, it's honestly kind of unforgivable at this point. So when Henry and Edward had gotten rid off the show, man, it was rough for everybody. No one wanted to be alive at that point. But there was always something that I had contemplated that I really haven't seen anyone else talk about in terms of what they could have done to make their introduction better. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm Troublesome Junction, and this is how I would fix Nia and Rebecca. Now, before we get into the video, I guess we should give a quick recap of what happened when Edward and Henry got written off of the Steam team. The episode Shed for Edward was a follow-up to The Fastest Red Engine. In the end of The Fastest Red Engine, James was being an incapable shithead, and he crashed into the back of Tidmouth's sheds, leaving a giant gaping hole in it, and then after that, there was no place for Edward to sleep. Couldn't they have just slapped a fucking tarp on the wall, or, you know, maybe some Flex Seal, or the Flex Seal Max or whatever? That thing could fix dams, apparently. I mean, hey, you know, sky's the limit when you don't give a shit, am I right, writers at Mattel? You're really good at that one. But anyways, Edward was the one who got the boot out of the shed, and he had to go all around the island to find a good place to sleep. The only normal shed he could sleep in was one over in Wellsworth, where Philip slept. Edward, I already feel bad for you. You gotta live with this little shit now. Don't get me wrong, I don't have beef with Philip like how everyone else in the Thomas and Friends community does, but I don't know, living with Philip sounds insanely unbearable. The episode concluded with Edward deciding to go and stay with Philip because Philip was being a crybaby and got lonely and whatever. I don't know, man. If you're lonely, do this thing called don't be annoying and talk when people are trying to sleep. And at the end of the episode, Edward was promptly written off the Steam team to everyone's dismay. And how did the other engines react to it?
I wonder who will be joining us here at Tidmouth Sheds.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
That's it?
They didn't care. They really didn't care. You know, normally if a friend moves away or something like that, it's usually like, oh, we're gonna miss you, you know, farewell. No, they're just, I wonder who's gonna stay at Tidmouth Sheds next. Wonder who's the next marketable character we could capitalize off of. This episode felt insanely distasteful and rushed, because the way that you just send off the character who started it all, and yes, for those of you who don't know, Thomas didn't start Thomas and Friends. Edward was the first character created to really kick off Thomas and Friends. And for the fact that you take this character who Audrey created first, one who was honestly a big keystone in it all, and you just shoehorn him to the side, that is insanely disrespectful. You could have given him a proper episode where Edward had struggled, persevered, and then sent him on his way. But nope, you just decided, scoot, we have to market off a fucking culture. The episode concluded, and then this happened.
And Sir Topham Hatt says I can stay in the sheds in Vickerstown from now on.
Is this nigga serious?
He didn't even get a proper episode to send him off. Henry just was like, oh, Edward can do it. Bitches, I'm out. The fuck? You know, a lot of people brought up this fact that I think would have just made Henry send off a little bit better. Why not make the episode where he's sent off Super Rescue? You know, that one Railway series story that everyone's been clamoring about that they want as an episode? You know, the story that's already written, so you wouldn't even have to go in and change anything. Just take the fucking book, put it on a script, and make it? Mattel, do you hate money? We know you don't, because we've seen season 25, you cheap bitch. This is like the golden opportunity. Story's already written, you had everything set in place, and you managed to screw it up. Granted, that's all of your business practices, but I digress. So, Henry's sent away to Vickerstown with a single line, and that was that. And then, these two come along. God fucking damn it. And these two characters replaced these two characters for the fact that they're girls. Listen, if you want to increase gender roles in the show, take your strong female characters that you already have and give them episodes. Not these two-dimensional cardboard cutout characters that literally have nothing going for them. One of them is literally just an African stereotype, and one of them is just nice girl. That is all. It just feels insanely distasteful in the fact that they were so heavy to try and market this point to the fact where you have to get rid of two of Thomas and Friends' most iconic and important characters for this shit. But hey, I've rambled long enough about this. Let's get into the actual meat of the video on how I would fix Nia and Rebecca. So first off, what I think they should have done, as I mentioned before, give Edward a proper send-off episode. Now, it's not as easy as Henry just making Super Rescue. They should have given him an episode that really captured what we all love about Edward. Edward is that character. He's an older engine. All the other engines see him as a much more incapable engine just because he's smaller and he's old. But in reality, Edward knows a thing or two about kicking some tail. Have you not seen Edward's exploit, damn it? Edward is a character who thrives on pushing himself no matter the odds. And that could have worked perfectly in an episode that appealed to the kids, appealed to the fans, and it just would have been a nice way to end things off on. I'm honestly not too sure about that. If you have any ideas about it, leave them down in the comments below. I'm really interested to know what you guys have to say about that. What do you guys think should have been the premise of an episode with Garden Edward? Now for a character who I more relate to and I more love, Henry. Henry, easy. Make Super Rescue. I don't know why they didn't do this in the first place. It's even weirder that they didn't do it with, like, you know, season 19 and 20, aka the seasons where everyone praised them for being just Super Rescue could have been that episode where you could 1, introduce Bear as a character, 2, introduce D19 as a character, 3, easy merchandise. Right there, you get two characters that old fans love and new fans could get attached to. You could have made so much merchandise about them, I guarantee it would have sold. All you have to do is maybe storyboard it, maybe dumb down some of the dialogue for the smaller children who, you know, play Fortnite and have the attention span of a pot of piss. And boom, you would have had yourself a stellar episode to conclude Henry off of and give him a nice, warm send-off that everyone would have been happy with. So that's how I would send those two characters off. Just to kind of sum it up, I think they should have been given a much more respectful send-off, seeing as the legacy that those two iron giants hold, because they are literally the foundation. Henry, Edward, and Gordon are the foundation of the Thomas and Friends series. But here's how I would fix that as a whole. A simple solution where you wouldn't have to get rid of anyone. You ready for this? It all ties back to a good old season 6 episode. Harvey to the rescue. We get this one scene that I think no one really went back to think about. This scene right here.
Thomas had just returned from a hard day's work. He saw Harvey park near the sheds. Park near the sheds. Park near the sheds.
Notice how there's a shed right next to Tidmouth Sheds within talking distance. You see where I'm going with this? All they had to do to make everyone happy, utilize that engine shed. And if you have promotional art where, like, oh, you want to include the female characters in on it, slap Nia over here and Rebecca on the fucking turntable or something. Boom, there you go, marketing done. You have your basic women stereotypes here on a shiny plate to show the world, hey, we care about equality, except the fact that we won't give actual strong female characters any leads in episodes. We just want to look good, damn it. All they had to do to fix this little thing was model a engine shed, slap it there, and heck, slap in some other characters over there if you want. They don't even gotta be important. Just slap in, I don't know, fucking Stafford or something. Who cares? Bitch!
What did you just say?
Popo, how did you get in here?
That shit don't matter. No one talks about me and my electric best friend Stafford.
Dude, I didn't mean it. Stafford is actually a good character. Okay, calm down. Okay, shut the fuck up! Anyways, so there you go. Simple solution right there. All they had to do was utilize this one shed that actually appeared in several other episodes, and boom, fans would have been happy, Mattel would have been happy, and I'm pretty sure the little kids who have short attention spans, well, they're not watching the show anyway, so I guarantee they wouldn't care. So, that's all I gotta say for this video. I'm gonna be coming back again with another milk tank, probably tomorrow or the day after. So, see you guys on the flip side.